All right. Welcome to Master the Game. I am Juice, and today we are making a trinket table. As well as Paula is finishing up at least one knoll. I'd like it if she'd paint some more knolls, because I don't have enough to really field like a normal knoll.
I'm not super pumped about painting knolls, just for the record, but
they're extremely useful, though.
We're gonna see. We also have this kind of weird dude that we started painting.
Yeah, but it looks good. It's like green with blue.
It's actually looking kind of like fishy alien-like, so there's possibility here too.
I mean, yeah, I don't have a problem with it.
So this could be good.
I think it's fine.
Could also be quite questionable. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
It's okay. It's a miniature monster.
But then we can also paint this brown thing over here.
Brown thing?
It's just not like...
The knoll?
Yeah.
The knoll's cool.
So we were trying... Like, this guy is sort of a mashup between, like, this dude.
Yeah.
And this dude.
Sorry.
So you gotta, like, combo them together. Do you think so? I mean, he's got some of the same stuff.
I think so. I mean...
So if they all kind of match a little bit, then you kind of got a little bit of a set going on.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's kind of what I try to do with my minis. Like, that's why I want certain adventurers painted the same, so I can have, like, guards of a town. Or, like, a group of scouts, like ranger scouts or something. You know?
Yeah, so I'm wondering if I should paint this guy with, like, the dark face, like this guy.
No, so you don't have to do that.
They match a little bit better.
So he's like a general, like he's like a leader. Look at the bottom. Is it readable, legible?
It says Knoll Champion.
Yeah, so he's like the leader of the pack. So it's good that he looks a little different. I wouldn't do the face like that.
Okay, so it's okay to keep his face brown.
Yeah, definitely.
Like
I think so.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because they sort of look.
They still look like they mesh. Their armor similar and stuff. They're good.
He's got a little bit lighter, like, bone skull colors than he does. So maybe I'll lighten his up a little bit.
Okay.
That'd be it's a good place to start tonight.
Yep. I'm going to open the Word document for tonight's trinket table. But I think we should go with a theme for the trinket table.
A trinket table theme. Okay.
So like...
Explain what you wanted to do.
So, for example, obviously we know the trinket table in the 5e Player's Handbook. And that's not themed at all. It's completely random all over the place.
Yep, that's true.
I have an elven trinket table already that I downloaded years ago. And so I think something like that. Like, it doesn't have to be elven. It could be class specific. It could be like a cleric trinket table. It could be
I like that a little bit better than like
a warlock trinket table.
Than the like race specific.
Sure.
Because I don't know. It's just like the race specific makes it seem like, wow.
You could be any race and still roll on it though. You could still have the trinket and be like a dwarf with an elven trinket.
Let's do it by class.
Because here's the thing. Trinket tables aren't just for player characters. I was just explaining to Melchior, for example, that I've used trinket tables to determine what's a key to a dungeon door before. Like, I've used it for NPCs that have items on them before. That's a good idea. So it doesn't mean it's just for player characters. So, again, I think even if you are specific about a race, species, whatever, even... specific setting, I don't know, modern day trinkets. Like, it could be anything. So I'm open to whatever. You want to do it more specific to a class, like a fantasy class?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I think would be kind of cool, because then you could, I don't know, maybe you make it a little bit different if you do it that way. I don't know. What do you think? You're going with the...
I tend to want to go with a race, but I'm fine with that. Because I feel like you can get some pretty good things from being focused in on a race. And now you're not tied to a specific class. Whereas if you go class, like say you say wizard.
Okay.
Okay, now you're going to get like a crystal ball. You're going to have a spell book or a, like I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be what you expect.
It's going to be too typical.
Maybe. I don't know. And it's stuff that I think you're already going to have. Like if I used it as a tool, as a DM, I mean, that's already given. Like, oh, well, yeah, it was a wizard. Of course he's got a spell book. Or of course he has this. Whereas, like, say it's a dwarf.
Yeah, but you don't have to make it that predictable. Like,
no, I know.
There's supposed to be a ton of stuff on these. Like,
not necessarily a ton. I'm fine with making these D20. I'd rather be able to finish it by the end tonight, too. I don't want to be working on the same table three streams in, if possible. So D100 tables are great. And maybe here's what we do. Maybe we do a class one, and then we do a race one, and all this. And once we have a total of 100, we just combine them into one D100.
Well, you'd probably end up with more than a total of 100.
I mean, eventually, no matter what we're going to anyway.
So let's make some specific ones, and then maybe we'll use those to make a D100 table. So the only thing I don't like about class is I don't like feeling as though I have to play sort of a certain like stereotype.
You never do with this. This has nothing to do with that. Like you could be a fighter and roll on the cleric trinket table. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean it does anything magical. It doesn't mean that you have to be that class. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So I have an elven trinket table that I've let non-elven characters roll on before.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter.
What's the point of making it specific?
Just because it's a common theme. So you might have a theme of your campaign where you're in a portion of the world that's centered around it. Or, it's just having... So what do they say? They say having rules for your creativity actually brings out more creativity. Have you ever heard of that? When you, niche down into a specific thing, it actually forces you to be more creative than normal.
To be a little bit more brainstorm style.
It forces you to go more deeper into your thoughts that you wouldn't have come up with. Is the idea.
Okay.
That's
all
all.
Right.
So either one is fine.
Let's start. Can we start with class? And then maybe we'll do a race?
I don't care.
What is everybody else thinking?
Yeah, I don't care. Melker says, as I said, I have a trinket which I quickly thought up for my PC. A chance cube which has colors instead of numbers. It's carved from slightly yellowed bone, and each face is painted a different color. On opposite sides, it is painted black, white, red, green, blue, and yellow. It uses colors rather than numbers because D&D takes place in a world with different number systems and languages. A chance cube. So it's almost like dice, but it has... So it's a D20, for example, but every side is a different color. Is that correct? I mean, a cube would be a square, so it'd be like a D6. Obviously, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so it's basically a 6-sided cube, which with each side being a different color. I like that.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And that doesn't that's pretty general. That could be anything. That doesn't matter if it's a race, class.
Yeah, see, it's
and I'm fine with that. Yeah, but I said I'm fine with that. It doesn't matter.
I'm just giving you crap. Yeah.
So I like that. I'll go a 6-sided cube, which I know a cube that's given. I thought we were
doing something specific.
We are, but I do like that.
Oh, okay.
So again, it doesn't have to be, but having a themed table does. It can still be a general thing,
Okay, so cube.
With each face being that of a different color. And I'll say player's choice. Player / Game Master choice. One side you get a familiar. So B. Drake says, one side you get a familiar that dies a horrible death. Another side you get third world internet. Drake, you're already winning the night.
They're never gonna let you live it down.
Hey, that's not me, that's Chance. But Chance isn't in here. So he's missing out on the fun. So
no, but I mean the familiar.
Right, true, that too.
That's never.
Okay, so if we
away.
choose a class, which class do you want? Or do you want me to roll it on the random class die?
I guess let's like take our chances.
On the die?
Yeah.
All right, no matter what, we have to use it though.
Oh, I'm gonna be so bummed about
I hope
it
it's a fighter. I hope it's a fighter just to piss you off. Just to piss you off.
See what I have to deal with, you guys? How am I supposed to handle this?
Oh, it was actually my first choice.
What?
A sorcerer.
Well, that's a good one.
So this is a sorcerer's trinket table.
And what are you gonna do with this once we make it?
Again, I'm throwing it up for the patrons. They can have it.
Okay. Alright, cool.
This can be used for loot or starting items. The character does not have to be that of the theme. Of the table theme. Have fun with it. So I have a little disclaimer at the top, and I try to do this for these. So this one says, you can use this for any characters, whether they are NPCs or PCs. This can be used for loot or starting items. The character does not have to be that of the table theme. Have some fun with it. All right. Yeah, because I've done stuff like this and thrown it into a treasure chest before as loot for players and things like that. I love it. What's up, O'Neill Flynn? Thanks for joining. What were you going to say?
Okay, so...
So when you think sorcerer, what do you think? Obviously draconic bloodline, right? So what about a glass orb that is an eye of a long dead ancient dragon?
No, it should be the eye of a long dead ancient dragon which has crystallized and turned to glass.
Okay, the eye of a long dead ancient dragon which has been preserved.
No, it should say crystallized.
Been crystallized.
I mean, that's what I think.
Into a glass orb.
You could just say crystallized and turned to glass.
Okay. All right, so then we got two now. Boom!
What was the first one?
The six-sided cube. You really are out of it.
No, sorry. I didn't know if you were putting it on that one.
Yes.
Or if you were putting that on the general one.
No, we don't have a general one yet.
There's going to be so many. So I'm just trying to keep up with the Joneses.
Every time we stream, we're going to do a new table. It doesn't matter.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to run out of stuff for this table.
No, you won't.
Okay, so
it doesn't have to be big. Like I said, I'm fine with it being a D20 table. I think D20 tables are perfect. Personally.
How about... I don't know. It should be something like a small box with like words carved on the bottom of it that contains like, you know, a foreign coin. You looking at me like I'm a crazy person.
Yeah, that just isn't that one. If I rolled that, I would not be excited.
That?
That's like two trinkets in one, and they don't.
Okay, fine.
I don't know if they work.
Whatever. Okay, so no box. Hey guys, there's no wooden box.
It's just a wooden box. No, it's just
carving in it.
It's a wooden box with carving on it. I don't know.
I mean,
it could be like something a little more interesting. Like we could be more specific with what kind of box it is. It's a ring box with a carving on it. It's a jewelry box. It's a music box. Like something that makes it way more interesting, don't you think?
Okay, that's fine.
Now
you can do any of those things.
Right,
I was just like thinking of a box. Like, hey, a box.
But what screams sorcerer? Look, I'm just trying to bring it back to the sorcerer.
I don't know, but you could have.
You play like a wild. What? I'm thinking wild magic sorcerer, right? Like Saul. What screams wild magic sorcerer to you off the top of your head? If you had to think of an item.
Oh, I have no idea. But I was going to say You could do like some sort of like figure or item that gives off something, you know, or whatever.
What about a charm or like a locket with a picture that someone is trapped in? Like the think Harry Potter, how the faces move and talk and everything.
You want these to be like magical items?
Not necessarily. Like that doesn't mean it's magical. It doesn't do anything. Yeah, but it doesn't mean it does anything. Don't you think that'd be a cool one?
I mean, yeah.
Like if you rolled that,
I would make that like.
And maybe it was a sorcerer.
Okay, this is what we're doing.
Whose wild magic surge turned him into a
like
picture.
Miscellaneous weird items, not like.
No, I mean
there's a person in my locket.
Paula, you love trinkets. We talk about trinkets all the time when we play D&D.
I know.
So let's.
I know.
Let's channel the trinket creation.
I'm very specific about my trinkets. They're always involved in my character.
So don't you think if you rolled a box that's carved on the bottom with a coin in it, you'd be like, it's not exciting. Whereas if you rolled like, oh, it's a locket of a sorcerer who wild magic surged himself into this picture.
If you don't like my ideas, just be like, sorry, Paulette, your ideas suck. You can just say that. It's fine.
I'm not saying it sucks. I'm just saying it could use some work. That's all I was saying. And I think we'll still probably add something like that on here.
What up?
A locket with a picture of a sorcerer who wild magic surged themselves into the photo. Oh, so maybe it's like 2 characters. I like the music. Well, a music box has been done. So like a ring box with a glowing
inscription
on the bottom or inside of it?
Inside.
On the inside of the lid. In an ancient tongue. In a forgotten tongue. I like that. What about piggybacking off the coin idea? Like, what if it's a coin that always lands tails up? It'd be perfect for a gambler.
Oh, that would be cool.
A dented coin, a scratched coin, a bent coin. A shirt that says, I did a wild magic surge and all I got was this classic t-shirt. That's a good one, Drake. I really like that. That might end up in my Master Game store. Just say, I'm writing that down on paper.
If you put that up.
You want it?
I'm buying that. That's great.
A wild magic surge.
Okay. So.
That's great. That's totally going up on the store tonight or probably tomorrow.
A tiny hand-cranked music box which plays an unknown tune, which has no clearly definable start or end.
It could be like a wild magic song. It just plays a random song at a random point. What about an instrument that does that?
Excuse me, we're not to the bard table yet. This is the sorcerer table. Please get back on track.
That's true. That's a good point.
You're not paying attention correctly. What about... I don't know, dude. I don't know. This is hard.
A staff. Do sorcerers have focus items? So is a staff one of them?
Yeah, that's why I had the crystal ball, dude.
Crystal ball one of them too?
Yeah, that's why I thought you were doing the dragon eye.
I honestly don't know. Well, yeah, it just to me, that screamed like a magic user in general. So, and I liked it, and I was thinking Draconic Bloodline, which is why I came up with the Dragon Eye. That was the only reason. I was inspired by the subclasses of D&D 5e Sorcerer.
So you could do, what about some sort of like amulet or a necklace? Oh, we already have a locket, right?
Sure.
Never mind. How about a vial with like that contains a small yellow clouded, like a small, I don't know, like a gas, like a yellow gas.
A corked bottle that contains a small amount of yellow gas. Okay. Was that it?
And I feel like you should be able to see something in it. You know, like
that
in it you can see the remnants of a small village or something. You know, like there's like a city in a battle.
in which you can see things. No. A creature's face in the shadows.
No.
I don't know. Gas makes it like is throwing me off on that, I think. A corked bottle that contains sand, which takes the shape, or which forms into different visions or items.
What?
I'm trying to think, like, if you had like sand in a bottle that like it moves itself and like makes things like a city, but not just one thing. Maybe it makes multiple things. And my wording is just not working. So instead of the yellow gas, let's pretend it's sand.
So it contains sand, which you can control and shape with
your
mind?
No control at all. It does its own thing.
Which shifts and morphs to depict different items or scenes.
Which forms / shifts into different items or scenes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like this next one. Instead of miniatures that look like they have been charred by fire.
Miniatures. Full set. That look to have been charred.
Looks like Ben Drake is like coming in clutch with you for these.
A cloak. And matching hat and boots made of demon flesh. Oh, I kind of like that. Cloak, hat, and boots, which have been made of demon flesh. I like that. I do like items that are made of a like obscure material like that.
So
what about a diamond encrusted gauntlet? Or a wristband. Or bracelet. Diamond encrusted bracelet. With seemingly no value.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
Maybe
they're not real diamonds.
What's this guy?
Reamer has.
Are these spikes?
No.
What are these?
I don't know. Spikes.
Yeah. Or like, could you do like See, this is an earth elemental. Could we do like a gem from the eye of an earth elemental that sometimes glows red?
I love it. Gem for an eye. The eye gem of an earth
Elemental.
elemental.
That sometimes glows red or yellow or purple. Those
That
are the
sometimes
three
changes
choices.
colors from red
To yellow.
to
purple.
yellow to purple. And back to red again.
Yep. See, perfect.
In that order.
Well, that's like the weirdest order to put those colors in, but that's fine.
Doesn't matter. It could be based on like the mood of the elemental. It could be whatever.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Could be like the Sauron sphere that like he can see through even though he's not there.
The Eye of Sauron.
Mm-hmm. A quill made of angel's hair.
No, you should also give them like a bottle of blue liquid to go with it.
Quill
a
made
bottle
of
of like
an angel's hair and a bottle of blue ink.
yes.
Okay. What would be another one? We're cruising on this. We're up to 10 already. I think we should stop at 20 though.
We got this.
So what? There's the celestial. What is it? There's like a celestial sorcerer that's kind of like does some lesser healing and stuff. Is it like the celestial touched or something like that? Can't remember.
What about
A scarf. A scarf of billowing.
no?
Why? Scarf that billows excessively
No.
while in the wind.
No, it should be like
Oh, you're so bored. Scarf.
like a silk scarf covered in many eyes that blink randomly or something like that.
Okay.
Or like there's always one staring at you.
No, too late. Done.
Okay. So what's next? Sorcerer.
A lamp. Like a genie lamp.
Oh, okay.
A genie lamp with
So like a brass lamp.
a brass lamp. What would be on the outside of it, though? Like, what kind of etchings? Or with gold inlays or something like that?
I mean, that's fine.
A brass lamp with a jade gem.
No, it should like... It should be like a brass lamp that is warm to the touch or something like that.
It is warm to the touch. Okay. A comb, hairpin, and brooch made from unknown bone. Ooh, I like it. and
How about
brooch.
an oversized comb?
Are the comb or are the hairpin and brooch also oversized?
Yeah, shouldn't they be?
An oversized set of a comb, hairpin, and brooch made of an unknown bone.
A set of oversized.
Yeah. A set of oversized comb, hairpin, and brooch. That doesn't sound as good. Is that correct?
An oversized set of. I don't know.
An oversized set of a comb, hairpin, and brooch.
An oversized set of. Why is there a set? An oversized comb.
Because it's all three things.
Yeah, but the set is the weird part of it. So.
Because they all match.
Never-ending quill that only writes in blood. That only works with blood. Right?
I like it, but I don't at the same time.
Think people are going to go to...
No. No, not that at all. I just... I don't know. I like it, but I don't.
How about...
What about it changes ink to blood?
Oh, that'd be cool.
A quill that changes ink to blood when written. And then I'm going to put, whose blood is it? Question mark.
What are those things? Look at me.
Like a tiara?
No.
Circlet?
Yes.
A circlet.
With like some sort of like shape on it or something. Like a lightning rod or like lightning or something like that.
A circlet with a lightning bolt shaped gem on the forehead? Or a lightning bolt shaped.
Like what is that, embossing? Is that what you call it when it's metal?
Shit, I don't know. I'm not a jeweler.
Yeah, with like an embossing. That's for you.
Gem embossed?
No, not a gem. Just the metal.
Oh,
there's no gem.
Like a lightning bolt shaped etching or something?
Yeah, or a stamp.
I'm going to say etching.
I think it's embossed, but...
I think it is embossed too, but...
You can do what you want. I'm not even sure if Drake is being sarcastic or not.
He probably isn't familiar with Harry Potter, really.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I believe him.
I mean,
most people I know who really love Harry Potter are like teenage girls. Or were teenage girls when the movies were going on.
yeah, which are like...
I don't know a lot of
our age
men
now.
who were that... Like, there were guys into it, don't get me wrong. In fact, I liked the movies. And I knew some guys who read the books, but it was mostly girls who read the books. Like, from my experiences.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, all the girls were obsessed with it.
I think...
Whereas the guys, not as much.
Could I say that I perceive that women to read more?
You think that's why? But what about the
Than
movies?
men?
What about the movies? Even that. Like, it's just... I feel like girls were more diehard about Harry Potter than guys. I know more guys who have read the Lord of the Rings books than women. So I don't know if it's women read more than men.
Which is interesting because the Harry Potter stories are far more straight to the point than Tolkien ever will be.
I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily a guy-girl thing as to who reads more.
Do you think that people are pushed, or
I think it's how it's marketed. I think it's how it's marketed. Harry Potter is kind of marketed as a social, like it's basically like Buffy the Vampire Slayer with a wizard school kind of.
Yeah, but I haven't seen Buffy.
And Buffy was like more of a girl thing too. Or it's like Saved by the Bell with a bunch of wizards. How about that?
I know, but I didn't watch Saved by the Bell like you watched Saved by the Bell.
Right, but I did a lot of stuff that girls liked. I don't deny that. Even now I watch smut TV that most women like and men aren't
you're
into.
Like
I get
watching
it.
Like the romance show.
It's damn good. Married at First Sight is a good show.
I'm not sure about the Married at First Sight thing.
Or whatever. You loved the updates today. Yeah, he said, I've seen a few parts of a few movies,
I wouldn't have
never
watched
read the books.
Though.
It's depicted as an over-the-top and extreme punishment because the quill scars the writer's opposite hand with whatever they're writing.
Ooh. That sounds interesting. Okay, so we need more things to write down, though.
A belt. Which gets tighter every time the wearer swears. This tightness loosens after a minute. Perfect.
I mean, like, I hope I don't get that one.
You probably won't, because we probably won't ever use this one. Think about it. If we're making a table every single time we stream, we're not going to use all these tables. You're not going to get all these things.
Well, we'll like.
We already have tables of hundreds of them.
Here.
We already have tables of hundreds.
Some of these sound cool. Now you're like ruining it. I don't even
A
know
ring
if
that
I
summons
wanna
Screech.
participate.
A ring that summons Dustin Diamond. Wasn't that his name? Dustin Diamond or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know. He got like big into like porn and stuff.
Did he?
Yeah.
How did you know this? Are you a big like Dustin Diamond porn fan?
No, like that's what he invested his money in or something like
Did
that.
He? Oh.
Wasn't that it? Like
I have no idea.
I thought that was known.
I don't know.
I don't know. I thought that was like a big thing. Guys, I don't know. I'm shocked you don't know this. Maybe I just made it up.
Melchior says, Harry Potter is a classic good versus evil story using the hero's quest theme, but in what is effectively an alternate universe connected to our universe. Yeah, we know. We've got all the movies and stuff like that. We've watched them all. Have you read the books?
I have not read the books.
Okay.
It was
I tried
not
to read.
My thing.
I tried to read one of the books and I was not into it. I was like, I have spent like multiple chapters reading this and I am not into it. I would rather watch the movie, is how I felt.
It was a little like, I think it was just too...
I feel like it was written for kids.
Yes.
At least the stuff I was reading, and I didn't like it.
That's what I felt like too, but I usually like the excessive over the top.
But I understand what it is. At the same time, though, why, Melchior, in your opinion, do you think it seems like more teenage girls liked it when it came out than boys or men or teenage boys?
Maybe that's not his opinion, though.
Maybe it's not his opinion.
Disagrees.
I mean, if you went to the theater, though, on opening night, the theater was like 80% women. Or teenage girls.
How do you know? Maybe dudes.
Because I went to one with a girl and another couple. They just don't
want their other dude bro friends to know that they freaking like Harry Potter.
I don't know. I don't think so. I'm not saying guys didn't like it. I'm just saying guys didn't seem as diehard about it. Like, if you think about it, when you ask Nicole, she's a diehard fan, right, of Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
How many guys do you know who are diehard? I can name multiple women who are diehard Harry Potter fans. How many men can I name? 0 right now, off the top of my head. How many can you name?
I mean, those are the only people that I can name that are diehard Harry Potter fans.
Okay.
I mean, I guess maybe Jennifer really likes them.
See?
The series.
There you go.
So I know 3 people.
A ring that causes others to become infatuated with it. Like Lord of the Rings.
Oh, that could be a random trinket table. It could be like movie themed items. You got your quill.
Oh, yeah, like for more modern day setting.
Got your ring. I'm going to check these. So, okay.
You should ask Nicole. Be like, Nicole, do you think more women are into Harry Potter than men? Just ask her. She runs a bookstore. She knows who's buying the books. You know? Melchior says, I haven't had that impression that girls liked it more. But if so, it might just be that the author is a woman. I mean, that could be part of it for sure. Definitely. Like, it's a... Our daughter... What's that?
There's a noticeable difference. There's about a 20%, 15%, like, okay, 17% delta between men and women who have read the book.
Okay.
With 44% of men saying they've read. 44% of men between 18 and 34. Mm-hmm. Sorry, you don't get included.
That's okay.
Have read the book, whereas women...
When is this from? Is this from last year? Because if it's from last year, then I do get included.
34 is 61%. That's true. It's 2013.
See, so I am included. Yeah. And then I wonder if you look up the same thing compared to like Lord of the Rings, though. I bet you it's the opposite.
Ooh, the gender ratio in popular fiction is worse than you think. This is what I said.
I also wonder... So here's the other thing. Harry Potter, while it has like some kind of violent stuff, it's not actually violent. Like there's never, from what I remember, there's not actually like a lot of attacking each other. Like there's things that alter them and things like that.
Holy crap. The gender ratio in popular fiction, The Hobbit. Women are depicted in this pie chart in red.
Did a bunch read it?
That's women who have read.
So men and no women? So you don't even rate.
The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. So men are more than women.
Interesting.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, but that's saying men over women even for Harry Potter.
So men over women.
In all of it.
Harry Potter too. Ooh, character ratio. 72% of Simpsons this is characters. This is characters.
What do you... I have no freaking idea what you're talking about.
This is
point.
Gender ratio in popular fiction. This is the characters in the book. There are no female characters in The Hobbit. That's accurate.
Gotcha. Okay, I don't care about that.
In Harry Potter, 63% of the characters are male.
Nobody cares about that.
In The Simpsons, 72% of the characters are male, while 57% of the voice actors are female.
So, Paula... You're way off on a tangent that has nothing to do with our topic.
I'm talking about, oh my gosh.
Woo, feminism.
So, like...
I should have known this was going to happen.
Oh my gosh, Star Wars, the male-female ratio is basically the Death Star. Women are the small one. Okay.
I'm tuning you out.
I'm over it.
Guides the player into playing one of several mysterious tunes, and an image appears.
I don't know about this happening right here. This is getting questionable.
It's because you're too worried about gender crap. All right.
Gender differences are real, y'all.
I didn't say they weren't. I just don't feel like talking about it.
Okay.
My audience is like all men, so they don't want to hear it either. I'm telling you.
Well, what's the dealio? Why don't women want to listen to?
Because you don't promote it in the women's D&D group you're in that I am not allowed to go in because I am a white straight male.
Because we talk crap about you guys in there.
I know.
Like women's D&D group, it's like, hey guys,
If I was
need an
anything
idea
else,
for
anything
this.
else.
What do you think of my character? And everybody's like, that's great. You should do this. You're doing such a great job. And like mixed
I'm fine
D&D
with all
groups,
that.
it's like, hey guys, what do you think about this character?
It
Hey,
sucks. It's
maybe
power
you should
gaming.
open up
Blah,
a
blah,
player's
blah.
handbook here and look it up yourself. And you're just
Right.
like, thanks, dude, bro.
Right.
Sorry.
But I'm not like that, so, you know.
Moving along.
But I get lumped into that group.
What's the next?
Why you gotta stereotype me as a white straight man? So I already read it, but you were too busy reading about characters. I said, a wooden whistle, which when played, guides the player into playing one of several mysterious tunes, and an image appears of a nymph dancing to the music. The player can stop if they want to. I mean, I like the wooden whistle. That's a very... I don't know. I don't know about playing a musical tune with a whistle, though, either. I'm fine with a nymph appearing while you blow the whistle.
So I feel like that's a really good bard item that we should hold on to for that one.
Make a mental note. We'll do bards next week on Wednesday. Because Thursday,
right, hold on.
Pulp Cthulhu.
Let me tell you, let me just pause for a second so I can tell my secretary to take a note. Could you please take a note and remind me
No.
to remember about the whistle
I'm not your Bia.
for the bard table?
I am going to put the wooden whistle on here. A wooden whistle that when blown, a nymph appears and the sound comes from the nymph.
What? It appears. How about when she begins singing?
Why is whistles have nothing to do with singing?
Well, why is the sound coming from the nymph? I don't understand what we're doing.
Fine. A nymph appears until you stop blowing the whistle. There. No noise comes from the nymph.
I was just curious what
Boom.
the idea was.
That was the
Just
whole
trying to
idea.
understand
I don't know. I feel like you're being very critical of all my
I'm trying to
ideas.
understand what we're trying
such a
to
hater.
achieve so we can come to a collective, uniform decision which helps everybody achieve everything they want.
Yep.
You finish your table.
Yep.
What
is she, a mime? I guess.
I don't.
Nope. She just appears and then disappears.
She's a mime. Okay.
What about like a scary thing, like a haunted thing? Like what about a skull or something?
How about a skull with a purple candle inside it? Which, I don't know.
I don't want a candle. Okay, how about just a purple candle?
Which ignites itself for 1 hour every day.
No, because it's going to be in your bag and light it on fire.
Well, you
That's
better
some
carry
crazy.
it around.
That's crazy.
Walk around with your purple candle. What are you're just going to give somebody a purple candle? That's their trinket?
No, I didn't say that. You didn't let me finish. How about just a skull?
How about the skull
of a
something
lich.
Cool.
A lich. A famous lich. An infamous lich. That almost brought the world to its knees.
Can it just be like missing its lower jawbone or something?
I mean,
like
all
that?
skulls are kind of missing their lower jawbone. I don't think they can hang on.
Okay.
Without muscles and ligaments.
I mean, that's correct. I'm doing fine. I'm just trying to make these axes look good. Okay? What color do you want his eyes to be?
A broken axe.
No, this is a sorcerer's table.
which served as an arcane piece.
No, that's dumb. Nobody
You're
wants that.
dumb. Everybody wants. I want that for my multi-class sorcerer paladin.
Well, you know what? Maybe you should roll on the paladin table.
Or the
where
sorcerer's
we can put
trinket table.
the axe head in a more appropriate
The axe head's broke.
location.
The axe head's broke.
Location.
I'm gonna location your face. All right.
How about like a part of a scroll?
Put that on the wizard's table where it makes more sense. We're talking about a sorcerer who gets their magic inherently and doesn't have to read.
Or a vial of something.
You put that on the alchemist table where it's more relevant to the alchemist.
Oh, screw you. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna be over here painting them. You do what you want.
A set of 4 tent pegs with the top shaped to resemble dwarf heads, each face being distinctly different. It's so weird. I like it. I'm gonna do it. Of 4. How about pythons?
I think that should be on the work table.
Why?
Because that sounds like an orc thing. You
No,
wanted me
it
to
doesn't.
stereotype everything.
Why would they have dwarven heads?
Put it in the appropriate table.
Why would they have dwarven headed tent pegs? They hate dwarves.
So then that they can put the peg down and then they can hammer the head in. They can smash the head.
No.
How about like
Eye black with glitter.
a small?
We're at 19, by the way.
How about a small
Shimmering.
cauldron that
A small shimmering cauldron.
no, a cauldron that smells like.
Shouldn't that be on the witch's table?
Oh my gosh! Is this D&D or is this Pathfinder? First of all,
It could be anything.
Clarification.
It could be anything. Well, first of all, there are no trinkets in Pathfinder.
There might not be
A small cauldron.
witch table.
A small cauldron.
Okay, but it should smell like something.
By the way, a witch would be a warlock. Just so you know.
Or
A small cauldron that smells of aromatherapy.
what's aromatherapy? The aromatherapy is not a smell.
Smells of lavender and lilacs.
Smells like something of your choice.
Like smells of lavender and lilacs
No.
made into oils.
No.
Made
What?
into essential oils.
No, that's not a smell. Like, that's not a different smell. What? It's not a different
With
smell.
oil residue left in it that you can't wash out. I don't know. I'm thinking of like essential oils right now. I don't know why.
I don't know what your problem is.
You said it had to smell of something. Drake says smells of death. I'm going with it. Done. Dead. All right. This is why is a DM prompt. Maybe the DM can come up with a reason. All right. We're on number 20. This is the last one for this table. Gotta make it good.
Okay. Sorcerer.
Sorcerer.
What about
A single card from the deck of many things. A single card from the deck of illusions. I'm just kidding. A wand. We decided the music box would be better on the bard table. I did get it though, but I didn't write it down. We'll come up with it again for next time.
don't like the card idea. Same dude, same boat.
Coming
That's
from
how I
the
feel.
bard who slings cards like 30 times a game session.
Bard
Mm-hmm.
who slings cards. That's
What does a sorcerer have? Boom. Tell me what.
Sorcerer.
Paula, tell me right now. Your old sorcerers that you've played. What have been some of the things they have?
They should have, the sorcerer should have like it should be like a crystal or an amulet or something like that.
Okay, an amulet.
An amulet or a crystal on a chain, or with a leather binding wrapped around it.
An amulet with a leather binding wrapped.
No, an amulet can't. What are you doing? Okay.
An amulet. That's my first two words. An amulet.
Well, maybe it could be. I don't know.
So we have the item. Now we need the part that makes it interesting. An amulet. Imagine one of the sorcerers you've played. What about your Tempest sorcerer? Let's go with that path.
That was a Storm Cleric.
Didn't you have an Elemental or a Tempest? Have you only done Dragon?
Yeah.
Every time you've been a Dragon sorcerer?
Yeah, because that was the only kind when I played. I was playing sorcerer. I was playing a lot of sorcerers all at the same time.
You just kept making.
I kept
Dragon
making
ones?
sorcerers, and that was like all that was out at that time.
No, it wasn't.
I mean, there was the wild magic, but
No, that's in the core book. No, Xanathar's Guide has been out for a while.
Yeah, but I haven't made sorcerers since then. I made sorcerers a bunch right when 5e first came out.
Okay.
Um.
It somehow changes its expression to match the expression on the wearer's face.
Oh, that could be cool.
How about it changes its expression to match how the character is feeling? So it's kind of like a tell.
Or it could be color. Could be like a mood ring.
Oh, I hate mood rings.
Why are you hating on my mood ring?
Let's go away from the face thing because we did the dwarven heads thing. We've had a couple things kind of like that. An amulet that shimmers in the moonlight.
It's not very exciting.
I don't know. I'm trying to throw in shimmers because you're painting. I'm trying to, bless me. What about something rainbow?
How about something weird like a gold like cricket on the end of a
stick?
Chain.
Why a chain?
Chain that you swear moves sometimes.
How about a gold cricket in a box?
What's this, Mulan?
I don't know. I'm running with your idea. A gold beetle in a box that walks under the moonlight. That walks when music is playing.
I don't know if it should be that specific.
I hate this one.
So don't do it then.
An amulet that projects a rainbow every time it rains.
I don't know. I'm not sure that I like that. I don't know, dude.
An amulet with a pixie trapped inside of it.
Oh, so that works. See?
It's kind of like the other one.
Coming in clutch there.
But I'm cool with it. An amulet with a pixie trapped inside of it. Okay, done. 20. All right, so now I'm going to Paula says I should watermark these, so I'm going to watermark it so that people know.
What color do you want this dude's eyes to be?
I don't care. I don't care.
Doesn't matter to you?
Nope. Not at all. Alright, so it did that. So now, I forgot how to do this. Wrap text.
So
text.
let's worry about that later and start the next one.
Hang on.
No, thank you.
Okay, so it's behind it. But now it's too dark. It messes with... Weird. I don't like that. No. No. Gosh, this is terrible. This marking idea might not work.
You don't like it?
I can't read the text. Transparency.
Like a problem.
Oh, here we go. There's transparency. Okay. Wow, that's like so faint, can't even tell. I'll go with that one. That's good. Boom. All right, got it. Watermarked. Good to go.
Okay.
I'm going to shrink it down a little, though.
Okay, so I feel like we already had some ideas to start the bard table, so we should start that one next.
You want to do a bard one next? I thought we were going to do
No, we already have ideas
a racial one.
For a bard one. So shouldn't that then just like lend itself perfectly to doing that one?
Probably. Hang on. Let me, I gotta save this first. So save. Oh, shoot. No, not autosave. Where is it? There we go. Folder for patrons. D20 Sorcerer Trinket Table. Saved it. Now, save it as PDF. Done. All right, so we're going to jump to bards next because Paul is excited about it.
I'm just saying we already have a couple. Is this guy looking okay?
What do you think, Chad? Do you like the knoll?
I'm not sure. I'm just kind of like, I mean, he's just a monster.
All right, Melchior, what was the music box one? A music box, which...
I mean, I feel like he kind of matches the other guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the other guy? So he's supposed to kind of match this guy a little bit. This is when we bought. We didn't paint him. Oh, so he's got like red bandages on his feet. I didn't do that. That's okay. He's supposed to be fancy. He's a general.
Right. I'm trying to scroll up to see if I can find the music
does
box.
kind of nothing. So he's just like a peon. So he's got to be cooler than this guy. But like not quite as cool as
a tiny music box.
So I think that's
which
okay.
plays an unknown tune at a random spot in a random song.
Okay, so here's the real question, though. Am I going to paint this next?
If you want to.
And try and finish this up?
What are you inspired to do?
Or I had a request from, you know, not necessarily a viewer, but a concerned, like, third party.
A 5-year-old son.
5-year-old who would like me to paint this lady with the dragon head.
I think you should paint more Knowles.
And I think she's kind of cool, but she's also, guys, she's like the most petite miniature ever. Like,
no, but she cut off a dragon's
here's
head.
just a regular miniature. She's like so petite. It's a lot of like detail stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but she does have this cool dragon's head.
Mm-hmm.
Which could be whatever color I want it to be because it's just a regular miniature dragon head. So it's not a big deal if I make it some obscene color. Nobody will care.
An ocarina that glows when you play it.
Okay.
That's like an instrument from the Legend of Zelda video game.
Okay, what does it look like?
Here's you don't know what the ocarina is?
I don't know that I want to paint another knoll. What do you... This is what you would like me to do? You'd like
Yeah, there's another knoll that's like the other one you
did.
did. There's another knoll like the other one you did. Did you have it out?
Oh, this guy?
Yeah, he's got the big axe.
He looks like a werewolf more.
Yeah, he's a knoll. Alright, so an ocarina that glows when you play it. You don't know what an ocarina is, huh?
No, I need you to show me via the Google.
That looks cool.
That looks
Those are really cool.
Interesting. Okay, so we've got one of those.
Oh, it's a real thing. Like it's a legit real instrument.
Yeah.
So I actually did not know that. I just thought it was from Legend of Zelda.
Finish this guy up.
And that's it. Okay, so I love this. Magic juggling balls. So long as you can actually juggle and you start the balls going, you can take your hands away and they will continue juggling in midair. You can catch them to stop them. I love that. I'm just going to say juggling balls.
Keep going.
That once momentum has started, they will continue without you juggling them.
They're self-juggling balls.
Yes, self-juggling balls.
A set of 3.
I won't even say that because I feel like that's almost the standard anyway. Self-juggling balls that once momentum has started, they will continue without you juggling them. You can stop them by putting your hand out and catching one. I really like that idea, actually.
Okay.
What else? Are there dancing? Yeah. Oh, hand puppets. What about a hand puppet?
Yeah, but it's got to do something. Like,
or have something crazy, like maybe it's made out of something. So trinkets don't have to do anything magical. That's the thing. Like nothing.
Yeah, but
technically,
what's interesting about it is
right.
a hand puppet.
It's a physical thing, and what makes it interesting. So the physical thing is a hand puppet. Now, hand puppets don't have to be cloth. They could be wooden. They could be a lot of different things, right? So a hand puppet, which is made
What is it made from?
It could be made from something, or it could do something.
It's made from the bones of.
No, not bones.
You don't think so? It can be carved.
Maybe it has. Maybe it has like a devil horns of real devil bones or something.
No,
A hand puppet
I was
devil.
Say it was gonna be carved from like the bones of like a T-Rex or something, and I think that's more interesting.
Do you want? Should we change it to like? What are those string puppet? Is it a string puppet?
No, all puppets are on strings.
No, they're not. A hand puppet means you put your hand up its ass.
Yeah, but if you just say it's a puppet, then it would be.
No, they have a different name for that.
It starts with like an M or something, right?
Yeah, because that would make sense. Because a marionette. So how do you spell that?
Got it?
Yeah, marionette puppet, which is made from...
Just say a marionette. You don't need puppet.
I'm doing it to elaborate for people who don't know what a marionette is.
No, because there's a difference between a puppet and a marionette.
Fine. A marionette, which is made from the bones of what? A Tarrasque? Bones of a Tarrasque?
Yeah. Perfect. There we go.
Okay.
What about
drums?
Like
a drum.
Something weird, like the shrunken head of a mummy. When you open its mouth, it sings D sharp or something. I don't know.
Which hums the tune of whatever song you are singing.
Yeah, it's like your backup singer.
Yeah, exactly. It's just the filler music.
It's like your backup. Mm-hmm. Love it.
So, okay, I'm doing a drum that's made from the hide of a... What's a really good monster? That would be like leather hide. Like a manticore or something? Or...
Sure.
What else? Of a mind flayer?
I'm good with that.
I like that one. Let's go mind flayer. A kraken. A drum made from the skin of a kraken. The stretchy skin of a kraken. Oh, I love that. That one gets me excited.
Okay, so what about like I don't know, like
the broken blade.
Book of poems or something like that.
A book of poems that don't rhyme at all. One sentence poems. A book of one sentence poems. Or one line poems. That'd be hilarious because that
book of haikus.
No.
Yeah, you don't think that's good?
I mean,
no?
I think it's fine. I just think it's whatever.
Okay.
The only reason I think a book of one line poems would be funny is because like you could say anything, right? It's going to create a role play thing, but it's not a real poem, right? Like there's no such thing as a one line poem, right?
I mean, that's not necessarily true. What is poetry?
I mean, I don't know.
It could just be in like an unknown language or something.
Actually,
like
there is a
too.
poem or stanza with one line is called a monostitch. One with two lines is a couplet.
Yeah, I told
That
you.
sucks. I do want a book of poems.
Oh, shoot.
But what makes it interesting?
Could be in a foreign language. It could be, I don't know, man.
A book of poems. What about like that all come to life? All come true?
No.
What's interesting about a book of poems?
I don't know, dude.
All about cooking.
I don't know.
What would be the theme of the poetry book?
You. That's what it should be. It should be like a book of poems that you suspect is about you.
That you suspect is about your life. You and your life. I like that. Okay, number 8. So a drumstick etched in runes. That mean nothing whatsoever. But they do glow.
A drumstick
when
with
used.
runes etched in them?
Yes.
You mean?
Drumstick etched in runes.
No, with runes etched in them.
That mean nothing whatsoever, but they do glow when used. When in use, or while in use. Okay. What about like an actor? Like what would an actor do? A brush that only paints in shades of beige. Ooh, yes!
Now you're speaking his language.
An artist's brush, which only paints in shades of beige.
What about some sort of like hat or cloak or costume or...
I like that. A jester costume. What about a box that is always, that when open...
Well, I don't know. What are you going to do with the box?
Hang on. So this is a black wooden box that while open dispenses smoke. It's basically a fog machine. In a 5-foot radius. Slowly.
These are more like mundane magic items.
Yes. I mean, some of them kind of have a use. So a jester costume.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. What makes it interesting?
I don't know, dude.
What makes this jester costume interesting?
I'm just...
Fancy boots that glow in the dark.
Light up shoes.
That light up. Fancy boots that light up. Okay, here we go. Never mind. Let's go. A jester's boots that light up with each step. A large brimmed red hat with even larger feather from an exotic bird.
Yes.
I dig it.
I'm on board, man.
With an even larger feather from a rare exotic bird.
Perfect.
A mirror that shows the back of your head while staring into it. So like a reverse mirror kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll even say it. I'll say a reverse mirror.
Well, not necessarily a reverse mirror.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it because it'd be like it's magically not showing you what you're actually... Yeah, I guess. While you stare into it. Yep. Okay. A ceramic shield with a musical note on it. Because bards can use shields. And it's kind of useless because it's ceramic. But it has a musical note on it. What? A ceramic buckler shield with a musical note on it. You don't like that,
I don't like the ceramic shield.
Why?
I don't know what we're doing.
It doesn't have to, like, none of these items have to be used for their purpose. If you go through, like, the actual trinkets, for example, like, it doesn't tell you what any of them do. Like, where is my damn book?
No, I know that.
Yeah, so, like, it's up to, like, you and the DM and stuff to kind of come up with the, if it has, like, a story function. You know what I mean? I don't remember where trinkets are in here.
Yeah, it's cool. No, I know.
Yeah, a dead sprite inside a clear glass bottle. An ornate brooch of dwarven design. An iron holy symbol devoted to an unknown god.
Okay, so what is it that you want to do?
An invitation to a party where a murder happened. How about lyrics on parchment paper?
For a song that's rumored to do something?
Lyrics on parchment paper for a rumored number one hit song. Lyrics on parchment paper.
A mirror that laughs at you when you look at it. Dude, I'm all in on that.
I do kind of like that. Lyrics on parchment paper for a song about companionship, about friendship. A purple candle that sings Prince songs. That sings Purple Rain over and over again. A teapot that sings once it heats up. So, a teapot inscribed with musical notes and sings once it heats up. A painter's palette. Made of the shell. Made from the shell of a dragon turtle. The teapot hums. Bop, bop, boo, bop, boo, ba, da, bop, boo, bop, boo, ba, da, bop, boo. Yeah, yeah.
I'm getting messages about squid-related books.
Why?
I don't know. I was asked if
Yes, the answer is
Kayla
yes.
would like these squid books.
Let's see.
Okay, how many do we have so far?
I'm on 17. I have 3 more. It's
Ooh.
9:59. So
we can do those 3.
I think we can finish these and get it done.
We can make it a wrap. So 3 more. How about
harmonica.
How about
No. A flute?
like the horn of
Gorgon.
okay, with holes drilled in it.
With holes drilled in it?
Yes, you can like blow into it and make it a no? Okay, just continue on.
The horn of a maybe a Gorgon's not right either. The horn of a tiefling. Or a satyr. Do they have big? No, their horns are
They
small.
have small horns. I know, because that's where I went first.
The horn of a minotaur.
That's been hollowed out.
Yes. All right, number 18. Let's go with a flute that makes no noise. It's almost like a dog whistle. Number 19. That plays no music. How about that? A flute that plays no music.
Okay.
All right, so number 19. A book. I love books. A book of short stories about a retired adventuring party. That could be really good story-wise, too. You know what I mean? Like if you have a player who really plays that up, maybe there's like a something, like an adventure in there that was never completed or something.
How about like a charm bracelet?
A charm bracelet.
With, it's got to be like some sort of weird charm on it. Or like some weird combination.
With charms from various wild beasts. Trophy beasts. Trophy monsters.
How about mythical creatures?
With mythical... Charm bracelet with mythical creature charms.
No, whose charms are that of mythical creatures?
charm bracelet whose charms are that of mythical creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Done. 20. Pooh. Okay. Performer's pants that are always too short for the wearer.
Okay, we need to cut another one.
I'm getting rid of the
we
flute
can...
that plays no music. I'm going to call them flashy performer's pants that are always too short for the wearer. So the only reason I didn't go with your last one, Melchior, is we already have a music box. And that was the first one. I like that. I think that's good. So we've got 20. So, yeah, I'm going to upload these, both of them. Oops. I saved over my sorcerer's table. That's all right, though. This is a Bard's Trinket table. Trinket table. Save file. Save as Adobe PDF. Bard Trinket table. Okay, so now that I've done that, I wonder if I can hit back until it goes back to the sorcerer table.
No.
No, because I saved?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's okay. Whatever. I can always copy and paste if I ever want to from my PDF. All right, so I'm going to upload these. Thank you, Drake and Melchior, for all of the contributions. Right now, the PDFs are going up for all the patrons. And here it is. Upload attachments. Two D20 trinket tables. All right. Boom. Patrons. Bard. Table. Sorcerer. Trinket table. Trinket table. Add some tags. We're good. All that is up for the patrons. That was cool. I like them. There's some fun things on there, I think. Hey, Drake, did you get a chance to read the Anvil Ringer stuff? I'm just curious if you did or not. No big deal if you didn't.
You okay over there? You're like coughing and congested.
I'm not congested. I have something in my throat right now.
Oh, okay.
It's like dry throat, but like, yeah. Anyways. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up the stream right there, but we will be back next week with more of this. We'll do some trinket. Next week, we'll do some racial/ancestry trinket tables. I like the D20s. That's a lot easier. And I like feeling like I actually finished something. I also, actually, maybe we'll do world building prompts next week.
Oh, yeah. Mix it
I
up
would
a little
rather do
bit.
that, I think. So next week, we'll do some world building prompts. So I'm writing that down right now. And then we don't have anything going on tomorrow, I don't think.
No, we sure don't.
Tomorrow's Friday. Let me just double check my calendar. Make sure I don't.
I mean, I don't have anything.
Oh,
on my
apparently I
calendar.
do.
What do you have?
I have an RPG Talk episode. Whoops. I have not reached. I should reach out to them and make sure we're still good. So I have an RPG Talk episode tomorrow, and then next week Pathfinder. So this Saturday is Tyranny of Dragons.
Ooh, that'll be a fun game.
Yup. Tuesday we have Beck Me. I will be playing Pathfinder on Sunday, the video game. Meaning Painting Wednesday. And then next week we start our Pulp Cthulhu on Thursday.
Oh, that's probably gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. No, Melchior, you're just a time traveler and you've moved into the future. But yeah, so world building prompts.
Yes, we Americans are behind the times in many ways. Continue on.
Oh, cool. I'm glad you liked it, Drake. Yeah, it's one of my favorite things I've written, or that I've come up with for my homebrew world with the Anvil ringers. So the world building prompts could be a lot of different things. Like it's not necessarily a random table, right? Like this is something we can just continue to add to, and it's just something that like if somebody's in a rut to think of what to write about for their world, they just get this random topic. It could be anything. It could be like, it could be very specific. It could be very vague. It could be like, tell us about your richest city. You're like, that's pretty, whatever, cliche, I guess. Or it could be something like, tell us about the most poisonous plants in your world. Tell us about the animals that are in the highest mountaintops. And so basically it prompts you to write about those things and think about a very specific aspect of your world, right? So that's what I'm thinking about when I say world building prompts. And that's the reason I want to do this is because I was very inspired on Tuesday in our patron chat to just write some stuff about my own world. And so I want to come up with some world building prompts. Time keeps on slipping into the future. Terrell Hunt's wife, I think it was, came up with a table of random items which might be in an NPC's pockets if you try to pickpocket them. He does a webcomic. Yeah, I love stuff like that. Lady Tiefling does like D6 or D8 tables of loot you would get from different monsters, like in D&D. Like she's had different, like for example, you kill a dragon, like you can take the dragon's horn, the tooth, the claw, some of the treasure in my hand, but it's like a D8 table. They're really cool. In fact, yesterday or today, she had one that was like cupcakes. I don't know. It was really random. I'm going to pull it up just because I can real quick since Paula is still painting for a second. I'm going to pull it up. But Lady Tiefling, follow her on Instagram. She used to play in my Forgotten Throne game. She's been making tables for years. In fact, the first time I ever heard of her is because I stumbled across one of her tables on Pinterest. And it was awesome. Hang on. Let me find her. Sorry, I was replying to the first thing that popped up because I knew I wasn't going to see it again if I did not.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It was a cool initiative tracker. Okay, so today she put up magic cupcakes and their effects. So cupcake name, it's a D6 chart. First one was King Cocoa. The description, a chocolate cupcake with chocolate frosting and a little candy crown. The effect, for 1 to 4 hours after eating, all food you consume tastes like chocolate. That's kind of fun. The Fool Me Twice. A small cupcake.
Can I have that in real life?
Sure. Put enough chocolate on it, it might work. A small cupcake that is enough for 2 bites. It is frosted to look like a brain. Take a bite and erase the last 5 minutes of your memory. You become very confused. The Last Wish. This cupcake is shaped to resemble a tombstone. The frosting is a dull gray color. Eat it to be able to ask one question of a creature that died less than 1 minute ago. Delicious Blueberry. A blueberry cupcake that is bright, yummy, and always the perfect temperature. Eating it causes disadvantage on wisdom-based checks and saves for 1 hour. Chroma Cupcake. This colorful cupcake has a secret gooey center that is a random chromatic color. The random color determines which dragon breath ability this cupcake grants for 1 minute. Mythic Cupcake. This cupcake has frosting designed to look like a mythical creature. Eating the cupcake causes you to experience 10 minutes of the represented creature's life. She did Haunted Pets the other day. That was a D8 table. Magical Mass D8 table.
That sounds cool.
I Loot the Scarecrow, a D12 table. So number 1 is Dry Straw. Number 2 is 1D8 Mummified Crows. Number 3 is a Soul Candle. 4 is a Miniature Scarecrow. 5 is a Hand-Stitched Patch. Burlap Hat. Human Brain. Bottle of Hooch. Old Plaid Shirt. Dried Sunflower. Aged Certificate. And Razor Sharp Claws. Like, these are cool, aren't they? This is all within the last couple weeks. Haunted House. Random Events. Lots of cool stuff. Trinkets. Yes. So, that's basically the kind of stuff I want to do during our streams. I want to come up with tables like that, actually. But I think trinkets are cool. I think it'd be cool to go through at least the races in Pathfinder and D&D. And then go through the classes, maybe. Not all of them, but some of the classes at least. Some of the common ones at least. And then maybe compile like all of them, into multiple tables or something. I also want to do like multiple tiered tables, right? So like you'll have a column of a specific item. So it might be a sword, different instruments, different mundane items. The next column might be what it's made out of. And another column maybe that like a property of it. So like maybe it's really soft, really hard, or extraordinary soft or hard or whatever. I don't know. Small, big. Yeah. I think that might be kind of cool too. So now you have this big thing with multiple combinations, like a big table of multiple combinations of items or trinkets or weapons or whatever. So I kind of want to do stuff like that too eventually, but that's a little more in depth. But I think that'd be a lot of fun. So if any of this sounds like something you're interested in, let me know. Again, anything we make during these streams, we're going to make it a PDF. A simple Word document turned into a PDF that we're going to then give to our patrons. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, head on over to our Patreon. If you are supporting us by at least $1, you will get access to it. So with that, guys, thanks for watching. This was Master the Game. I'm Juice. This was Paula. Game on.